Hello guys, I'm back from another video, and today we're talking about what if I was in My Hero Academia. So in the last video we talked about, well, Jack Superbia and Rose Superbia, Queen and King of Hell, basically arriving at UA and saying that they're sorry for their daughters, clearly trying to take over their world. So yeah, that, little apology, I guess gone smoothly. But they also gave them, a choice to going into a party where apparently is the coronation of, Lavenza's. And so they did, and so they started, waiting for the limousine, which, when they did, they see that the limousine resembles, what you think of a, regular old limousine would look like. But it seems to have infinite room, and so it can clearly hold several of the heroes and several members of the League of Villains. So, when they did go to Hell, they saw Hell was pretty much, not like the typical hellscape that they always, imagined in media. Instead, looking like a really nice paradise. At least for, the people that are not as evil and became demons. So, after they made it there, they meet Jason and they were, their guide. Until he had to go back to work in, Hell High, aka the High School of Hell. Where they're being guided by the Inferno Knights themselves. Wait for a second. Which they were kind of scared of, them literally trying to kill them. But thankfully, they're not gonna kill them at all. Because, that is their punishment. At least. So, after, a while, basically going to, the second circle of hell, aka the city of Gluttony, where they can have their lunch, and finally, it's almost midnight, where they're gonna be going towards, well, the center of hell, or should I say, the castle of Lavenza's family. That's where the party is going to begin. And so, let this final episode of What If I Was in My Hero Academia going to be concluded. And so, let's talk about what happens next. So, we moved towards, the perspective of Hajime in a large car, and this large car is actually owned by, Michael Afton. As Michael would say this. So, what do you think of my car? Pretty nice, eh? As, um, let's just say, Izuku is not very happy with it. He would say this. Oh, why does it smell so bad? As he would look and see some rubbers. And if you don't know what rubber mean, well, it's, it's something that you put on your, when you're about to do the hoo-ha. Yeah, just imagine those. As Hachime would say this. What are those? As, Izuku would say this. This is exactly why I sometimes hate your car, and also hate being in your house. Especially your room. God, it smells horrible. As the girls would agree, and also some of the guys. As, they made it to, not Hinata. Wait for a second. To Lavenza's, home. Being a large palace where the rest of the, top 10 heroes are there. And they see several demons of high class basically in the party, including some high-ranking members from, the monster, and maybe even some from the human clan, which most of them, literally all of them are quirkless, which is surprising towards, many of the heroes in training, because most of the time, workless are just, kind of useless. But them being this, active, it's quite interesting. As they see Melissa Shield talking to Dr. Schnippelstein, and also, David Shield talking to him. As David would say this, "Oh, you must be the heroes, and you must be..." As he looks at Bakugo, as Bakugo would say this, yeah? As he says this, either way. It's nice to meet you all. As for, Dr. Schnippelstein would notice Hajime, as he would say this, "So, you must be my creation." As he would say this, yeah, um, nice to meet you then, Mr. As he says this, "Oh, don't worry. Just call me, just Sneeplestein." And I'm kind of confused. I don't want to call you my son or anything like that, but I do want to call you that. As Hajime would say this, "No thanks. I would rather just be called Hajime." As they would see an older version of Eri. And by the way, they actually did find Eri after the death of Overhaul. Like the heroes would see well, see Eri over there, basically in the corner, cowering, as they see an older version of Eri. As for, wait for a second. As Aizawa sees this, well, he does take take care of Eri just like in the just like in canon. As when he sees this, he says this. "So you're..." As she says this, "Yeah, I am Eri. Or at least not the one from your universe. In my case, I killed Paul and became the Yakuza's leader. I'm also quite a pretty good scientist for a while now. Until I decided to maybe join Hell and maybe, betray my world. Just the typical stuff." As they would just say, "Okay." As they started leaving, as they see the Infinity Knights, specifically Hajime, talking to this, white-haired boy with red eyes. As they seems to be, actually, they seem to be quite, buddy-buddy to each other. As one of them would say this, "Hello, as, well, Izuku would say this, "Oh, and these are the quirk users." As he would say this, "Oh, hello there. The name's Bell Cornell. I'm one of the Purgatory Paladins." As one of them would say this, being, Ida. Wait, Purgatory Paladins? As he says this, "Yeah, we're basically like the Infinity Knights, but for Purgatory. So nice to meet you. The name's Bell Cornell." And if you don't realize, Bell Cornell is actually named after Bell Cornell from Danmachi, aka the brand new series that I'm going to be doing. Or what ifs I'm going to be doing what ifs about him. And by the way, stay at the end of the episode because this is going to be very important. And also, Bell Cornell in this universe, he died during the attack engine where he got killed by, that, what do you call it, the Minotaur. After he got killed, he basically got into purgatory where he first manifested his persona. And yes, he does have a persona in this universe. In this universe, his persona is Lu, and its arcana is Tower. As he would say this, "Yeah, it's nice to meet you all. The name's, Bell Cornell. Anyway, I should be going." As he would say this, Too short. I actually wanted to see more of you. After all, we are best friends." As one of them would say this, "Wait, you're best friends?" As Bell would say this, Yeah, me and Izuku actually have quite similar appearances. Not actually like actual similar appearances, more like how we act. As one of them would say this, well, for you, Belle, whatever you are, like, your last name sounds weird, by the way, says, Kaminari, but you don't act similar. As he says this, oh yeah, I guess you're right, but still, we technically have similar backstories. Like, he was bullied, I was bullied. As they hear the sound of some girl, as this girl would say this, hey, Belle, let's go. As they see this girl with a scar on her face, as she says this, oh, this must be your friends? As he says this, no, those are, as he says this, oh, hello, Lucius. As she says this, oh, hey, Izuku Midoriya. As he would look, she would look and see Class 1A, Class 1B, and also, you basically get it. Um, as she says this, so you must be quirk users. Nice to meet you. The name is Luis Torotde, or Toratde. And if you don't know, well, this is actually a gender bent version of Lou from the brand new anime that came out, which I absolutely love. I absolutely love it. The anime is called, wait for a second, The Finest Assassin Reincarnated into Another World as a Aristocrat. And it's currently my favorite anime. Like, it's currently one of my favorite animes right now. And I'm planning to keep watching it until the last episode when it gets dubbed. I prefer to watch dub, so sorry for all of you sub purists, but I actually did watch the sub, but I prefer to do it in, well, dub most of the time. And I can't wait for the dub for it. I can't wait. As she says this, oh, nice to meet you. As one of them would say this, so, are you perhaps as she says this, yes, I'm a purgatory paladin. And I'm currently dating Belle. As she grabs onto the arm of Belle, as they would say this, wait, both of you are dating? As one of them would say this, you actually look like a cute couple, says, Momo. As for the both of them, they would say this, so, you with the, silver hair. As he says this, yes, it's me, Hajime. You can just call me Hajime or something like that. As Belle would say this, okay, either way, are you perhaps a Inferno Knight or something? As he would say this, oh, no, I'm just going to become a hero. As he would say this, I see. As they hear some guy and a woman coming towards them. As this guy would say this, can you at least stop running around? You know that I'm an old man right now. As they see a 20-year-old man, as he seems to have a large sword on his back. As one of them would say this, whoa, what's with you? As he says this, oh, hi, the name's Sung Jin Woo. I'm the leader of the Purgatory Paladins. My back. As one of them would say this, that name sounds Korean, says, wait for a second, said Kendo, as he says this, yeah, I am Korean. As they see another person coming around, as this woman seems to be a woman wearing a trench coat, but they can clearly see that she seems to be, well, not human. As she says this, hey guys, so, son, can you at least stop doing that? You might basically break your back at this point. As he says this, you have no excuse. After all, you are a simulacrum. As one of them would say this, wait, you're a simulacrum? As she says this, oh, nice to meet you, I guess. The name's Ava, but they mostly call me the Ripper for a reason. As they say this, um, okay, either way, son, are you perhaps as he says this, yes, I'm a purgatory. Thousand. Oh, just let me catch my breath. Does anybody have a water bottle? As one of them would throw a water bottle at him, as he says this, thanks, as he starts chugging it, as they would hear in the distance, well, the sound of footsteps, as these footsteps were from all three members of the Superbia family. These are Jack Superbia, Rose Superbia, and finally, well, Lavenza Superbia. As Jack Superbia would say this, welcome, friends and family. It's nice to meet you all over again. And today is a special, well, occasion because this is going to be coronation, the coronation of my daughter, Lavenza Superbia, in becoming the Queen of Hell. She is turning 20 right now. As everybody started celebrating, as he would say this, now, cheers to a happy year and a brand new era, an era for my daughter. As they, well, um, put their glasses to the sky as they say cheers. As they started drinking, partying, and even dancing. But for Hajime, well, he had to he had to dance with, like, all three of his little, love interests, or girls in his harem. These are, well, Jiro, Momo, and Kendo. They're happily dancing. As for, well, Izuku, well, he's currently dancing with all three of his girls, aka Narukami-sama, wait for a second, Narukami-sama, Emma, and finally Lavenza, as all three of the girls are basically fighting over him. Even some of them are actually arguing with each other, while Hajime had to, like, go back into, like, the food, like the little, like, side and decide to get some drinks so he can just, like, well, charge up. After that, it's almost the end of the night. So everybody started leaving, including everybody from, well, the universe where our what if started from. So, as they say goodbye to Hell, they leave, including Melissa and David Shield. When they made it back to the dorms, it felt fulfilling. Like Hajime dipped into his past. Like he actually finally found his real father. His actual father. AKA Dr. Schnippelstein. Both of them actually, well, kept in touch by using their phones. Even though they basically have different, well, time zones, they still talk time to time. And so, this is actually going to be the end of this series. But before you leave, let's talk about the epilogue. And so, let's talk about that. So, we move to Lavenza, and all three of the girls in Izuku's, well, harem, aka the Izuku from the Inferno Night. Currently, well, married, all three of them, and currently have 3 kids. These kids, each gaining personas themselves, and also, well, becoming pretty powerful, in fact. Not only that, they're also currently well, well, still making a generation still possible. In this case, a brand new generation of Inferno Knights. As for, well, universe where Hajime is currently the number one hero and now aligned with, like, he currently, well, allied himself with Hell now. Basically, like, making a treaty where Hell citizens and also Heavenly and Monster Realm citizens also come into, well, their world, similarly to, like, many other worlds that are, well, or civilizations that are aligned with the main universe or the original universe. So, Hajime is currently married to Momo, Jiro, and Kendo, as these three girls were given birth to three kids, each of them, well, gaining their quirks except for one, and this one child is able to use a persona, and this persona was just named Null. And you will probably know why very soon. Maybe in like a future what if, I guess. Anyway, so these three kids are currently playing with, well, Izuku the Inferno Knight's, well, kids. And so, this is actually the end of this series. Damn! This is actually the longest series that they ever made. No cap. Anyway, so, before you guys leave, if you probably don't know, well, I'm actually gonna be making Danmachi what ifs. And if some of you guys request for, like, what ifs about Danmachi, like, for example, what if Bell was, like, you know, what if Bell was the king of hell or something like that, like, any type of what if containing Bell, I will gladly do it. And so, I hope you like this series, and also, I like the video, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to subscribe. Well, and also, like, well, share this video to others, so you can help, well, like, help me with my channel, and also like the video so you can, like, support my channel, and also keep the algorithm, like, showing off my videos to others. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.